Hello, Goddess, and welcome to this week's Divine Masculine Energy Empowerment message for our bi-weekly Twin Flame Tuesday check-in. If you are new to my channel, my name is Rochelle Richard, and here at Empowerment Experiences, we are healing twin flames, we're healing the inner child, we're healing our wounds, our traumas. We are looking for and finding our power all along this, which is each our own self-love empowerment journey. And yes, indeed, Goddess, we are taking every bit of it back all along the way. If you are returning to my channel, of course, I'm so excited to see you again. Well, quote unquote, see you again. To connect with your energy and further share in this journey. And today I'm totally vibing this this quartz sphere. Look at that. And so right now I'm really feeling that that's where our attention is being called at this time, is to acknowledge that on this twin flame journey, that your spirit team is still your spirit team and is still guiding you through the, well, for most, through the space of transcending the illusion of separation, because yes, it is an illusion. And that separation in the twin flame journey is amplified by any separation that we have within ourselves from our own truth, from our own power, from our purpose, from our joy, from all that is, well, our power. Because all of that is a part of your power, of my power, that which is a part of you is a part of your power. So be taking all of that back for yourself, Goddess. Be acknowledging more of you as you go along, as you rediscover who you are outside of this twin flame connection, as you get to work on the relationship within yourself of your inner divine masculine, and surrender more and more and more to your external masculine's circumstance. And by that, I mean, obviously, to be letting go of thinking you have any control or power over what he's doing, where he's at, what decisions he's making. You have none. That's not where your power is. You have no control over his choices. Save for the power and choices that you have for yourself. Because when you choose for you, when you choose the path that is truly for your growth, that is truly you leaning into the truth of you, that power of you, where you are fully expressed, where you are in your purpose. You wake up excited about what you get to do for the day ahead. Even on the days where you're not sure what's to come, you're still excited because of the unknown that awaits you, because you're coming to find that it is through embracing this unknown that you're really truly embracing the totality of this adventure. And that's what our divine feminine message is focusing on, is embracing this adventure. And therefore, as that divine feminine further embraces her power and her adventure of it being about her and what lights her up outside of this connection, so too is your external divine masculine discovering this for himself as you do for yourself, right? And so in turn, he is there now working on this same inner balancing, this same inner union of energies that you've been working on, Goddess. And remember, I know it's so easy to fall into that space of wanting to chase. I did it for so long. And do I still have moments when I have that longing. Oh, mercy, mercy. Yes, yes. But then I go back through all of my own mental practices and energetic practices that I have created for myself to get me right back on track and focusing in the direction of what I am creating for myself. And that immediately, or even almost immediately, right, depending on where I am, puts me right back in that space of feeling empowered, feeling sure that I am making the right decision, that I'm on the right track, and that regardless of what he's doing, I know I am where I'm supposed to be. And I'm going to keep moving forward in that. And dear Goddess, I share this with you in this way of my journey so that you may look at your journey and feel the same. That where your counterpart is, he didn't choose you. Why? Because he wasn't choosing himself. He couldn't choose you. He couldn't choose what he truly wanted because he wasn't choosing himself. Okay? And this is the recognition that in you chasing him as well, that is you having not been choosing yourself. You see the mirroring there. So he's not choosing himself because and you're not choosing yourself. Not because, but both, neither one of you were choosing yourselves. And now the more that you choose yourself, the more he is going to attempt to come back. But because he's not yet called back his power from the circumstances to which he acquiesced said power, he is incapable of really truly coming in to actually be present in your life. He's not grounded and anchored in his own essence, in his own power enough to sustain that space long enough to be present in your life right now. And so that's why he may pop back in with a hey or a hi and then poof, like a total ghost almost, right? So that's where the external masculine is right now, right? And it's because if you can look inside in you, dear divine feminine, and see your own inner masculine, you'll see how the same is applicable. You can see how certain areas in your life where you're being called to be in that confident, stable, yet flexible divine masculine energy, sure of your choice, sure of your decision, confident in your next step. But when you doubt your next step, right? That's that come in like, okay, I think I got this, I'm ready. But then you take that step in, but you think, oh, never mind, I don't. And then poof, you turn and run again. So look inside of you, dear divine feminine, and see for you, in order to break through this block, break down these barriers so you can break through the block, is look for yourself in your life, in your journey, in your experience, where you've been desiring to make a change, to make a different choice, yet every time you step up to the plate, in essence, every time you step up to that door, something stops you from turning that knob, from, taking that swing. And so you just keep barely missing it. What is that, Goddess? What is it? And really, truly let yourself play it out in your mind. And in fact, play out in your mind any and all scenarios that, number one, may be full of fear. You definitely got to look at that, see what in that is keeping you stuck and keeping you held back. Number two, play it out in all the ways that it could work in your favor. And above all else, just play it out in all the different possibilities while simultaneously working through each one, allowing yourself to break down and process through what you need to process through in terms of what things, what beliefs, what perspectives, what fears are that which is keeping you from opening that door or taking that swing, right? What is keeping you from fully stepping into this divine masculine within yourself of being sure and confident in your decision? Because that masculine within you has to be confident and sure in its decision in order to truly stand beside and in support of that internal divine feminine. And then the same outside of you, right? For your external divine masculine to stand strong and solid and firm beside you and in support of you, it's got to be able to make that decision and be sure in himself. Okay? So with that, let us ask the cards. I just love these. These are my favorite. My Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Linn. They were a birthday gift, I say, from the universe. Last year, 2 years ago, 2 years for my birthday. Ooh, and there we go. Oh my goodness, we're barely beginning here. And we have, of course, because it's so important, generosity. Acknowledging the generosity of this world, of the universe. Like when you are really feeling as though something is missing, when you are really feeling as though you need something or perhaps someone, right, Goddess, that divine masculine outside of you, right? But in essence, in truth, that longing within you is really you calling out to you, wanting attention from you. And so you're being asked at this time to be generous with yourself, to be generous with giving the attention to yourself. How would you like to have your divine masculine look at you when you speak? How would you like to feel as he is looking at you when you tell your stories? Tell about your day, tell about your dreams, your passions, your visions. Can you not give that same attention and attentiveness and affection to yourself? If we attract that which we are, would it not make sense to be for yourself that which you desire from another? Generosity. The divine masculine within thee is learning true generosity. As well, of course, that divine feminine to allow for that generosity to flow in. You see that balance, Goddess. Yeah. So really be letting yourself see how you can better The word, adore you? How can you adore you more, Goddess? By looking through the eyes of your Divine Masculine external, how you would love for him to look at you in the physical. How can you, within you, allow for your own inner Divine Masculine to love you the same? There's a whole space that I'm in this moment. If you just cannot quite tell, just what else? Oh, do we have from the Divine Masculine? Well, looky there. Refuge, a time for again, remember, as we mentioned, where we are, where that Divine Masculine is that time for really truly looking at these deeper levels of what you're really asking for, and therefore what you really need to be embodying, and taking time away from what's familiar and what's going to keep you in the old space, and thereby disallow the new from coming in, because there would be no room, right? But take time away. Take a little trip. I'm actually, honestly, taking a little trip up north out to stay in my tent for a few days and just really get out of what is familiar and into what is unfamiliar, to allow for that new to come through. And that's where we all are. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, inner, outer, all of us on every level. Because we're all different. We're new versions of ourselves. You are a new version of yourself, Goddess, and so is your masculine. He is a new version. Even if you have not oh my goodness mercy. Even if you have not spoken with your Divine Masculine for many months, and you don't know for sure what he's up to, I assure you, he's changed. He's changed. And the masculines that I'm in tune with, I assure you, they've changed for the better. They've changed for the better. There's still more work to do. There's still more work to do, right? Still, again, to allow feminine, to allow for that support, and then of the Divine Masculine within you, through being strong and confident and decided in your actions, in your knowing, right? Trusting that you do know what you need to know. Trusting in the knowing that is coming through for you, right? And especially in this refuge space, when you are in a purposeful place and energetic space wherein you are simply open and surrendering and allowing for new to come through, and you're finally allowing for the generosity of the universe to come in a way like never before, because you are finally done cutting yourself off, right? You are trusting the unknown more and more and more, and as such, You are allowing this generosity to come in. And that is the very thing that allows for these ripples to impact not just obviously our counterparts, wherever they may be, but everybody we come in contact with. Right? When you are in a greater state of flow and generosity, you actually can inspire that energy in others. You will attract that out of them. So when you are more surrendering and more trusting of your journey, you are, of course, going to have a far better experience on said journey. Find your brave. I always hear that. Find your brave. Courage, courage, courage. Courage to take that next step. Courage to trust. That's exactly what just came to mind. Courage to trust that regardless of where you're being called on this adventure that we're on, divine feminine, divine masculine, that which as souls we are on this whole adventure. And courage, really, quite frankly, is only needed for the ego, because only the ego is that which experiences the fear that we have. Our soul, there's perpetual trust and knowing. And that's why on the twin flame journey, when you reach this point of your own journey, where the separation, it's just an illusion, and even though it may not have turned out how you would have liked it to have turned out specifically, you have moved past that. You've matured. You've expanded into the knowing and the peace. And that's a huge word, goddess. Peace. Peace. P-E-A-C-E. Peace. You've expanded into the space of peace, knowing that so it doesn't look the way I feel like it should in this reality, but does anything, number one. And number two, if we're always together anyway, why does it matter if it's not in the physical way that my mind has a need to control? And you finally realize that need to control, or that vision that you have made be the all and everything that has had so much power over you and created so much suffering, so much pain inside of you, because you refused to surrender the outcome. But when you finally do, and you pivot and you find that courage to step out and create something different for yourself, goddess, you then come to know that the union that you have been really seeking and yearning for is within. Because when you are at peace and balance within yourself, when you feel whole and complete within yourself, then you lack nothing. Therefore, you are not in any way, shape, or form in a state of missing or of separation from your counterpart or from anything. Because you're not. You're whole. You're not separate. There is nothing separate from you, nor you from it. You're whole. So you see, this twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey. It is about that inner divine masculine. And I remind all of us all the time that when you are really questioning what's happening with your external masculine, just really take a step back and reflect upon what's really happening within you in your journey. What are your major lessons at this time? So with that, for this whole expanding in this whole generosity space and really spending a bit more time in refuge. Wow. As I was so eloquently amplifying there for us, peace. It's about finding that peace. Because when you are able to cultivate that peace within, Goddess, there is nothing and nobody that has power over you. And that is a true, centered, and balanced divine feminine and divine masculine and inner union, is having this peace. Because nothing has power over you except you. You have power over you. So right now it's really truly about cultivating that inner peace more, taking that time of refuge for yourself and getting out of the same old, and really being truly generous with yourself in what you genuinely need. Really being generous with that open ear. There's a word I'm looking for. Open ear. Really being generous with what you need to hear from yourself. And so with that, we're going to be generous with hearing now what our angel number for today has to say. Ooh, 3, 2, 1. Everything about that right off the bat is this whole countdown, like you're counting sheep to sleep, this whole piece, this countdown to a balance, countdown to it's always, I just keep thinking of that countdown to closing your eyes, right? Because you always count down when you're going under anesthesia. You can count down when you're going to sleep. All right, let's see here. What do we have for, there, where is it? Angel numbers, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, angel number says, begin pursuing your heart's desire. Focus on that which excites you. Exactly as I've been saying, Goddess. It is about you continuing to pivot your attention and be more generous with yourself in allowing yourself to spend more time on the things that do light you up, that do expand your joy. Have faith in your abilities to succeed in and receive your goals and desires. Trust that everything is working out for you, because it is. Be optimistic about your future. Get fucking excited. As we're talking, right, in order to attract what you really want in your life, you've got to embody that energy to draw it to you, because like attracts like. Not so much opposites attract. Like is more drawn to that which is alike. Think about the people you really want to hang out with are more people like you, in the sense of you can talk those deep talks, you can talk about twin flames, you can talk about manifestation, you can talk about shadow work and dark night of the soul and self-love empowerment and twin flame empowerment and affirmations and aliens. whatever it is. You desire to be around people that you have things in common with, right? So be in the energy of what you desire more of in your life. Angel number 321 says, trust the unfolding of your path. Well, looky there. Trust. More confirmation there. Trust yourself. So we have that as well from 321. Trust yourself. Just really amplifying that trust. So be extra generous with the trust right now, especially when it comes to, most importantly, where it comes to trusting yourself and trusting your journey, trusting the universe, trusting that which is you and your journey, the totality of that which you are. Okay? Get in touch with all aspects of your life so to get into alignment with your true self. As we've already said in today's message, be embracing all of you. All of you. Really give yourself a voice. Really get to understand who you are, where you stand. Not just understanding, but, standing firm. Where are you standing? In anything. Be clear, be crystal clear. Know who you are, and then nobody can take away power from you when you've already claimed it for yourself. And therefore nobody else can have power over you. And that's very much what the Divine Masculine, oh my goodness, in such a big way is what the Divine Masculine is doing right now. Is really starting to have to look at all the ways he's given power away in choosing the path he's chosen of people pleasing, karma, of having to fulfill obligations that completely crush who he really is. So he's really having to make a decision at this point and start to really look at allowing himself to see what he hasn't been wanting to see. He is really having to finally surrender to that inner peace as well, to that which perchance, obviously, he denied, gave him so much peace. Because he was told he wasn't supposed to feel that way. And so instead of peace, there was a battle that was raging. But that battle is coming to an end. Peace. Peace is growing there now. And last but not least, angel number 321 says, know thyself, your passions, strengths, and all that you are, so to know what you are not. That is this amazing, beautiful, wonderful theme for today, Goddess. For our inner divine masculines to really be being given an opportunity to be heard and be expressed and be seen for who they truly are, to further create and cultivate a deeper connection and inner balance within yourself, as well as in turn energetically a greater balance within your twin flame connection, and that then, like ripples in a pond, will be felt indeed by your counterpart. Just trust, anchor into this inner peace, knowing that everything is as it's supposed to be. Right now, just smile. Smile, Goddess. It doesn't have to be a big one. Just let it slowly spread across your face, knowing that everything is exactly as it's supposed to be, and letting that be just like that. So your journal prompt, your assignment, dear Goddess, is to really allow yourself to see more of you. We recently did the listing, seeing all the amazing in you. Got more work to do. There's always more to uncover, to reveal, to truly know thyself. In fact, we're going to have a very, very special card that's going to help us. This is Emotional Kaleidoscope, the introspection deck. Technically, it is a game deck. However, I utilize it in my coaching practice. And it asks questions that target the conscious, preconscious, and subconscious levels of our minds. So we are going to have, introspection through connection. Let us have some cards from here. Let's see what we're going to have and which. Let's just set this. We'll just leave that right there, shall we? Okay. Now, look at all of these. They're so cool, huh? So cool. So cool. So cool. Right. All right. So how about we're going to do... I'm closing my eyes. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me open them really quick. Okay. So we have the contrast, the light and the dark. So what I shall do, because I'm a Gemini, hello, balance here, and that's what we're talking, divine feminine, divine masculine, bringing things into balance. So of course, we are going to do 2, 1 from each pile. So my eyes are closed, and I'm just naturally setting down the light pile. So we're gonna go with the dark. And guess what? You guys get to watch. You can cover your eyes for a moment if you would like. I'm going to leave this and not edit this part out here. And I'm going to just shuffle these cards up. And let's see if anything wants to just come out, or if we're just going to... Okay. All right, so let's just do this. We're just going to say, okay, there it is. This is the card. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. Let me set this over here. That's cool. What do you see? So that's part 1. Part 1, I'm not going to disclose anything. This is your assignment. What do you see? Allow yourself to see what you see. In fact, I would love if you would comment below and share some of the things, or whatever, what's your initial, some of the things you thought, what questions came to mind, whatever, share away. All right, so there's that. And then the question, talking about the twin flame separation and overcoming the illusion of that which is twin flame separation, because it's an illusion. Now looky here. Can you articulate the difference between abandonment and isolation? Yeah, that's a doozy. Oh my goodness. And how just in terms of where we are with what we're talking about today, and having that space for yourself, taking that refuge. Oh my goodness. Can you articulate the difference between abandonment and isolation? And that's the picture. So we'll leave a picture up so you can see that. Whew. And I am remembering, I'm closing my eyes as I'm saying this, and I'm remembering to notate in the description below these 2 questions, as well as tagging Ruth, the creator of this deck. You can find her for sure on Instagram. That's where she and I connected, and we did a wonderful support of each other, wherein she participated in one of my manifesting moon rituals, a live Zoom. It's usually 3 weeks long. It's a whole moon ritual process, not just the full moon, not just the new moon, and not just those 2 rituals, because there's 2 rituals, then plus all of the work that we do during the entire moon cycle to harness every phase of the moon as we go. Anyway, oh, elbow. I guess I have my eyes closed over here. I admit I have my eyes closed. But she participated in that, and I got her deck, and I love this deck so much. And look how perfect it is with today's message for the dark side of things. And with that, I'm intrigued to now, we actually really have two, because this one was here too. Oh my God, and they go with, oh my goodness, they go with each other. Holy moly. So we have the questions, so we're going to go ahead and have these. First, this was the one that was first, because that's why when I pulled the second one that was upside down in the deck, that flipped over as well, right? So this one, can you describe what a panic or anxiety attack feels like? Do you understand what triggers these? In yourself, obviously, right? So make note of all of that, right? And this lends into this trust and courage space, right? Because if you're feeling any mistrust or any lack of courage, you're going to be experiencing anxiety, right? Right? That's that fear. And then this is why when I pulled the other card out and said, oh my goodness, it is supposed to go together. What can you do to emotionally declutter to create a less anxious environment? So see, obviously, one of these things that's going to trigger a panic or anxiety attack, so you're already getting an answer right here, is to just take a look around your environment. Is it cluttered? Is it chaotic? Are things just, do they have a place and just need to be put away? I assure you, Goddess, as someone who believes everything has its place, it does. And there are things that their place is just to sit right there in the open, and that's fine. But the point is that it's an organized state, and it's not just chaos everywhere. So perchance right now, you need to be decluttering things. So the images, and they're both so similar. Look at that. Oh, this one looks like. Which way do you think? Horizontal or vertical? Ooh. Because that's horizontal. That looks cool like that, huh? And then we have this one. I will be posting images of these on my Telegram channel for sure at Healing Twin Flames. I most likely will send them out in my email. That is my intention. So you can see these, and then I can link her stuff, and you can follow her on Instagram and show that goddess some love. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And of course, it's going to be in the image that's going to be posted on my Instagram as well. So with that, dear goddess, that is our Twin Flame Tuesday. That is our Divine Masculine energy check-in for both, of course, our inner masculine, as well as what the fuck is up with our external. And so with that, if you've made it this far, I appreciate you so much. Please be sure to drop a comment below. Let me know you stopped by. Let me know what resonated with you and what things you maybe would like to know in a future video. With that, I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Remember, Goddess, The power is in your hands, because that power has always, always been inside you. Namaste.